Chongqing Major, EU qualifiers, Vega Squadron versus TFT, and we are at a game 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. And it could, honestly, with what I've seen, Alan, this could go either way.
Yeah, absolutely. These are both, it's funny, right? Because people debate a lot about the regions and their relative strengths. And most of the time in those conversations, it revolves around the top teams. I mean, these are two really good teams. Right. These are and it's kind of a shame that one of them is going to have to go home after this next game.
All
right.
People like the blood, though, when they get eliminated, right?
You do. I mean, everybody likes a little bit of drama here and there, although we're overloaded on that in Dota recently. But I like this open here by Final Tribe. I mean, Unison Fan basically won you that last game. You're not afraid to ask him to play a high leverage hero like Magnus. And again, more and more teams are seeing that look. We saw it from GH yesterday. This is a hero that can be shifted into the 4-position role. Although I'm betting on Eunice.
Yeah, we have seen it ran in the post 4 by GH yesterday. The cottle opener for Vega. This hero is something that a lot of teams have been experimenting with. A very big rework to him in terms of the removal of the mana leak and the addition of the new ult.
The removal of the mana leak, the new ults, it's a really powerful zoning tool, and it's something that that teams aren't sort of used to prioritizing. I think they'll make that adjustment very quickly. I like the blinding light now becoming a standard skill that's accessible from level 1. There's a lot of big play potential with that, and MNT is just really good on this hero. We saw him just absolutely own yesterday.
Exactly, and it's just this type of hero that, especially with the way the ult works, like you say, can be used for zoning. And it's very good to assure additional kills because you can cast it from a decent range and you just use it for a backstab. Suddenly, your opponents have nowhere to run.
Right, it just gives Coddle. I mean, Coddle's a hero that's always going to want to play in the backline anyway. He's easy to position because of his high movement speed, and it just gives him another tool to control the flow of the fight.
Brewmaster coming out full side of Vega, and of course Phoenix, because TFT, they're already showing what they want to do. They want to have a big team fight that is layered.
Yeah, and I thought Era did a fantastic job on that hero in the last game, especially given his coordination with Chessie. Phoenix, not ordinarily a hero that you're necessarily worried about roaming at early levels, but that combo that they use tossing back into the mid tower with the damage output from the Phoenix behind, it becomes just enough to secure the kill in the mid lane. It's a solid open from them, and this is the thing I was most expecting to see out of Vega, the Jug ban, because Frost so good, so comfortable on that Juggernaut, despite the struggles that we saw from him on that hero decision making in game 1. The Jug Magnus combo just not something that Vega wants to play against.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. TFT, they have actually ran this different before. Like, we've seen teams pick up a Magnus and then pick up something like Terrorblade. The point being that it's not just about Metamorphosis anymore. In your downtime, you can farm, you can push, you can do a lot across the map. So there are a lot of options.
Question in my mind, though, are Final Tribe just going to go right back to the PL for Frost here? Because PL can kill the new Coddle ult. He's not nearly as worried as a lot of these other heroes about just being lifted up from Brewmaster in the fight, because Brew's going to know who the real PL is.
Absolutely. Could be a way to go here. Of course, it will be accelerated by the mag pick as well.
Well, PA is still in the pool, though.
That's true.
My God, PA is still in the pool.
Well, not just that.
Dazzle.
Yeah, I was about to say Dazzle as well, which was banned out together in the second banning phase last time.
Oh, God. I mean, I'm like, that's a classic panel mistake, right? I mean, I'm so focused on the bans making sense with what's already been picked that you forget that there are heroes still in the pool that are just flat out broken.
And that's the crux. When you get to these third games, you're so focused, you've seen what your opponents are doing, you realize those strengths, you start banning those out, and it opens up these just typical, fits almost any lineup type heroes. Actually, look at that. Lich as well.
The only thing is, right, for both sides, that a Dazzle pick leaves you really light on disables from your supports.
That's the thing. There is Lich and Rubik as well. Those are other options available to either side.
Oh, dude, Rubik, man. Did you see what Sumail did last night on his Rubik? Oh my God.
Speaking of him.
That hero zones. I mean, Arcane Supremacy is silly.
Pretty insane. And there is Chessie's comfortable tiny. Although this could be Hanskin as well. We've seen it ran in both positions of this team.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of the flex of the value of this tiny pick here, is that there's considerable flex value. They ran support tiny yesterday, but I mean, I revised my valuation of mid Rubik considerably upward after that Sumail game yesterday. And I realized like the takeaway from that game for most people was going to be the Arteezy AM because it's just absolutely ruined. But what Sumail was able to do with his Rubik, I mean, that hero in the mid lane is just disgusting right now.
Yeah, a lot of these typically support heroes that were kind of like these meme mids for a while, or only someone like Dendi was doing it. Suddenly becoming relevant, widespread.
No, Miracle is actually, so people might not know this, but Miracle is actually the player that has wanted to play mid Rubik for like years. I mean, he was bugging Kuro for like over a year to let him play mid Rubik before, they finally did it one time and it didn't exactly work very well. But, he's pretty happy this patch.
I can imagine so. An Enigma, a blast from the past, one of the most picked heroes last patch, courtesy of his ability to deny a lot of XP.
It is straight out of the playbook that you pick one of a hero's classic counters, in this case, the Rubik to the Enigma, and then you pick the hero itself. But it makes you really question what the roles are going to look like here, right? Since you already have it, this pretty much, I think this is a Rubik core at this point, almost for sure.
It's looking that way. And if you you don't really want to run the Enigma in the offlane necessarily in this scenario, because I think this could easily be Hanskin Tiny, and well, that guy just cleans up those Eidolons pretty damn easily with the tree. Could be rough tidings. But where do you go next?
Yeah, this is one of those. I think you burn a little reserve time talking about this for Final Try because you now think you're going to be against a Rubik mid. I don't know how you feel about Tiny against Rubik, and I think that's the right call regardless.
One way to go for sure. Of course, PA, this hero that can just build the BKB as a second item and get effect out of it, which you are going to need to, because yes, Black Hole will affect you regardless, but do you really want to go without a BKB against a Brewmaster, against a Keeper of the Light? Just so many ways of shutting you down.
Huh.
Timing's going to be very important for this hero, and of course, you don't have to go for that Battle Fury because you've got a Magnus.
Yeah, that's the other. I'm just a little... You banned out the Juggernaut, and I was expecting to see PA be the other ban after the Void, and then them turn around and pick PL. But hey, I mean, PA in this patch, PA Magnus, I'll take that over Jug Magnus.
Any day of the week, we've seen this hero just completely splatter its opponents time and time again.
And so it's very telling that they ban out the Silencer support, right? They're pretty convinced that this is going to be a mid Tiny. That's part of why they picked the Rubik there.
Looks like it should be Tiny mid here, unless we've got some
it's
sneaky
absolutely
core
Tiny
nicks.
mid. No, it's what they picked the Nyx because that's going to threaten the Rubik well into the game. I mean, that's as flashy as the core Rubik can be, it's still very squishy. It can still die. Now, that's not as big of a deal because of the way that the XP bounties were reworked, right? You're not necessarily giving away as much if you die as an overleveled hero while your team is ahead now. It's only if you have the big kill streak that you give up a substantial XP bounty. But that's still significant that they're going to be able to get into the back lines and threaten the Rubik. And it does give you another line stun there to disrupt the Black Hole.
And Vega's final pick. It's the Spectre. This is some big team fight.
That's nasty. So I don't know though. This is a really close draft. This is a really close draft. I don't like the fact that Vega is essentially in on a 4 protect 1 here behind the Spectre. But at the same time, I think that the Spectre, you've got enough in terms of team fight that the Spectre is going to be able to stack a few Wraith bands and get in with Haunt and be plenty effective. I mean, this game, it's going to sound boring. This game comes down to Mage. Like if he owns his mid Rubik, I like Vegas' chances a lot.
Yeah, he can actually be impactful sooner than the PA and the Tiny potentially. But I think the concern that I'm looking at right now is that Spectre pick makes you very vulnerable in that you are very heavily on the Rubik. And when you look at TFT's lineup, they all get active and involved in kills a lot sooner than the Spectre can. Yeah, Spectre has to be enabled.
Oh, it's not quite as bad now because I think Spectre is one of those long list of heroes like PA that just benefits from the early stat stacking. 3 Wraith Bands and Treads is you're going to be able to get in there with your Haunt and do some damage. But yeah, you've got You've also got a lot of mobility on the side of Final Tribe, and you've got Hanskin on the support Nyx able to get in the back line. And remember that the radius on Desolate was nerfed. You've got a hero in Phoenix that can play up across the fight with the Icarus dive. You got Frost on his PA that can get in. You got Hanskin with the Nyx Assassin going to be playing in the back lines. This Spectre is not going to be getting that Desolate damage when he's entering team fights with the Haunt. And so that's going to limit what he's able to do unless you get those big black holes, you get those big, stolen RP, stolen Avalanche coming out of the Rubik.
Interesting to see what he can do. We are in agreement this Rubik is going to be
This is,
key
by
to
the way,
everything.
this is a support Enigma. This is a 4-position Enigma, 3-position Brew. That's the opposite of what I thought they were going to do.
Yeah, some teams just prefer... I think if it's more preference, like, you can run it either way around. They are both very effective in those roles. But we see some teams, they just have these fours that love the Enigma and can play it that well. Kezu is definitely a man very comfortable in the Brewmaster. Well, I think any offlaner has to be comfortable in the Brewmaster these days.
I think if you're honestly, anybody, that hero is good enough right now. I rate that hero highly enough right now that if you're a top team and you don't have all of your 3 through 5 position players, at least with a couple scrim reps on the Brew, you're doing it wrong. Like, I think that hero has to be in your pool at least 2 and ideally 3 positions.
Yeah, Brewmaster
maybe even 4
is basically the new Beastmaster. What Beastmaster was at the start of this year. Like, every team wants it. Every team can use it. It fits any lineup.
Well, and it's just so important as going into a major, for example. It's just so important that you have that hero in your pool at multiple spots.
It's interesting that he got buffed the way he has as well, because it felt like he was... If he didn't get changed, he probably was going to see his pick rate drop a little bit because, of course, the big difference with this patch compared to the last one is illusion heroes not being picked up as much.
Sure, and that's actually for a number of reasons, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
The relative, the big reason that the tower armor bonus per enemy hero was removed is because it disproportionately favored Split and Illusion, in particular, pushing heroes. But now anybody can do that.
Exactly so, and actually a lot of heroes committed from Vega to the top lane to secure those runes. That means that Madara did start off alone and won't be able to get any runes in the bot lane.
All right.
And we'll see who they're going to stick down here.
Rune split.
I wonder if they'll try for something first. Nope. Immediately Pexi goes, all right, I'm coming bot.
Ooh, and a big... I mean, man, Frost is going to, like, win the block by a mile here. Because Mage was roaming around up top. We're going to have the first couple waves here.
Here's the problem, though. It's not easy for you to CS against the Rubik because of the Fable.
Level 1.
It's kind of interesting how things have changed. You get more of these heroes that kind of indirectly damage the wave than we used to before.
Oh, nice deny, though.
Kind of handed to him. Mage got the lower end of the damage variable. Of course, he has got a variable of 55 to 65 to worry about.
Yeah, I'm just this. What happens in this mid lane is just going to be so pivotal, right? I mean, Mage really needs to exploit this lane, and it just because of the block disparity, I think he's already a little behind par.
It can become problematic, but at the same time, you kind of need. I think you need less as a Rubik to get your impact in this lane. It changes past about like level 8, but before that, it's very hard for Frost to force Mage off the creeps or anything.
Sure, but you just also there's going to be if you let PA stay even with you, there's going to be a point where you're much more vulnerable to rotations than she is.
Very true.
That's not a matchup that we've seen a lot of.
Yeah,
Madara getting a little bit low here on bottom. He's probably going to be fine. Salve triggered.
I think you're kind of right with those rotations because like Nyx being in this game, once he hits 6, yeah, that's the deciding factor. So far, this lane top though with the Nyx in, you expect Tiny to get decent CS. Maybe next time he's trying to harass, but this is what we were talking about, how easily you lose all your Eidolons because of that Tiny pick.
Right.
I think this is
maybe that was part of the impetus for moving Enigma over the support role.
Yeah, because you can just try and hang further back or look for the spawn instead. Just let the Brew focus on CSing. Once he gets a few levels, actually, Kezu can harass Tiny pretty effectively with the Drunken Brawler. Just have to be careful, try and bait out the avalanche beforehand, and then this hero with no armor but a lot of HP starts to feel the pain.
Yeah, and these dire offlaners are going to need to. Okay, they are going to be able to reclaim control of that creep wave. Coddle was trying to go 2 for 1 there and get both of those camps on the pull, and that would have been a big pivot in this lane if he'd have managed to do so.
That forces you out of position. Pexu can more easily try and just harass you off. He has gone for pointing the tracker early, as you kind of have to. Illuminate is so damn expensive.
Absolutely. Yeah, Phoenix looks like he's gonna be able to contest the pull once again. Although he
had to dive away.
So loud. Yep.
It's a small win because you do at least force him back. And well, Madara does have the benefit of the chakra to help him out with spamming out the dagger.
And they are applying some pressure to the Spectre in doing so.
They have to. You can't allow... Like, if a Spectre somehow goes out of the laning phase not feeling pressured, you have not done your job. Yeah,
the CS disparities are pretty small at this point, but you got to keep an eye on how the Dire is winning both of these side lanes right now.
Definitely are. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Mage is building a slight lead here, but we expected this early on with the Fade Bolt.
Exactly. And it's and the PA is again like a 2CS. Oh,
he's gone. They charged the Illuminate. The slow was there. He turned around because he knew he was already dead.
Yeah.
That's always the problem here, though. Like, you don't have any armor on the Phoenix. It's very hard to trade. I think the pivotal moment was when Pexu picked up that illusion rune. It just enabled him to do so much damage.
Yeah, that's true. Air just wasn't expecting it. It's weird too that after all the sort of out of the lane action that had occurred with the 2 Dire offlaners contesting those pulls, it's a little weird to see the kill happen right there.
But Kezu is in trouble here.
Yep.
Spike Carapace a little bit too late. Kezu, he's going to salve up. Hands can mistime the Spike Carapace. They'll toss the tree through and it gets dodged. Kezu's fine here. DD's still running Hanskin. He has got the Impale again. Kezu trying for the TP. Hanskin, he doesn't even want to try and roll on the chances that he hits a stun.
No, he was feeling his ups with that DD rune active, but not quite.
Oh, that's rough. That would have been a guaranteed kill as well with the Spike Carapace. As a result, Kezu gets pressured hard, but they aren't able to capitalize on that DD pickup.
Yeah, and meanwhile, MFT is able to just sort of dip back into the secondary jungle here and farm unharassed. It's a nice boost for his hero.
He'll make himself into a core gradually, maybe. After a few levels, these Eidolons can help you easily clear the jungle. And he's feeling confident that Kezu can be left alone like this. And giving Brew levels early on isn't a bad thing, especially with the change to Drunken Brawler.
And Mater is forced to go into the Radiant Jungle and burn that shrine a little earlier than he would prefer. So keep an eye on that. They're not going to have that as a retreat point anymore. The harass in the lane is going to be that much more effective.
And XP-wise, they are pretty even so far. But Spectre starting to fall behind the Magnus a little bit. We kind of anticipate that was going to happen. It's going to be interesting to see how many Wraith Bands he goes for here.
And Hanskin really, because of that miss on the kill potential earlier, I mean, he's sitting in level 2, and he's just not feeling as effective as he wants to right now.
He's going to start Mage for a rune that isn't there.
He feels like he has to back up the rune spot.
There's the wonderful blur coming out from Frost. You know you can actually dodge fallen spells with it. This is insane. This is basically on the level of Mischief right now.
Yeah, I thought Blur was pretty lame before I was 100% sure that you could actually disjoint projectiles with it.
Yeah, and then you realize it's like having a Smoke 2.0 in someone else.
By the way, I refuse to put anything on the same level as Mischief. That's stupid. That change.
No, I mean dumb. In terms of like the dodging potential, not in the it doesn't cost a point. I also like the steal on the dagger. Like, actually, I was just thinking, the damage you do is going to be amplified from the daggers. So PA is going to start trading poorly here. Does at least have his crits now, though. But he feels the damage from the Fade Bolt instantly. You can never jump on him because he's always got 1 point in telekinesis. Frost is just praying for a crit, but now he doesn't have the empower any longer, so it doesn't matter. And Mage,
ouch.
Yeah, he reminds him who is the dominant force in this mid lane. The good news is Frost has access to a shrine, whereas both shrines have been used by Vega.
Exactly. Yeah, but this is I thought PA would start to come into her own with the kill potential here once he gets level 6, but so far the Dire supports haven't been interested in rotating.
I think, yeah, the crux here
part of it
is
is the Nyx being so under-leveled, right?
Exactly. Oh, Avalanche on the 2 here. They're going on the tower. He can drop the Midnight Pulse. Maybe next time can maybe do something. But there's the toss through. Haunt being used. Madara arrives. Now he gets the Midnight Pulse down. Hansen's going to get low. And the rotation on point from both Mage and from Madara there. As they pick off 2.
2 kills on the first Haunt for Madara. The level 6 shows up just in time. And he's right back to farming in his bottom lane. That is how you draw it up.
Why go looking for kills when they can come to you? And at the same time, that rotation from Mage doesn't cost him anything because PA is not a hero that pushes towers.
Yeah.
And look at the level disparity, actually. Look at this.
Yeah, that's now a 2-level advantage. I was just getting ready to say that. Oof. Yeah.
And that is painful.
Right back to where you hope to be.
Looking else. The other thing is, it's not just there's a huge level disparity. Maybe next time up to level 5, Hanskin level 3. They've got 2 big issues now on the side of TFT.
You got to get something out of this next. He's just a huge liability right now. And look, I mean, he's
almost dead. Oh, Spike Carapace now, so Rubik can just return any damage to Frost. That's just as painful.
That's not fantastically annoying at all.
I think actually Frost can't even afford to throw out daggers now because Mage can react, use Spike Carapace, then steal dagger, and then just jump on you instead. I don't think anyone can actually deal with Mage at this point. They're going bot lane though. RP connects only on the Spectre though. Kezi arrives, the split's going to come out. This is perfect. Eric diving in deep and wants to kill Nepexu. He's under tower though, and he'll be dying first. Pexu, he won't even burn out. He's going to live. The steal from Mage. He soars forward. He sees the opportunity. The Cyclone is out onto the PA. Freak Wave's coming in. He needs to get the Phantom Strike off, but he can't. He's stunned. And he's gone Mage. He sees the movement and he mirrors what the PA does, but definitely the outcome wasn't mirrored as he takes another advantage.
Oh, this game is really starting to slip away.
Grim tidings right now. 4.5k net worth for Rubik, going for that Blink Dagger next, and no one's safe at that point. Not often you say that when the other side has a Tiny, a PA, and a Magnus.
Yeah, this is a level 9 Rubik using his full complement of steals. Gotta love it.
Watching dives.
He's showing off that Icarus dive at that point.
It's fun to watch, you know. You feel like the witch flying around. You are the bewitched witch at that stage.
Yeah, and Vega.
Oh, I like this from Frost. This is his recovery. This is Frost's recovery. You see how he can actually use the blow effectively here because of the Empower.
Yeah.
It's a consolation prize, but he needs something.
Oh, it's BS. I mean, sure. At least you can't rush with it anymore.
Yeah, at least that was removed. At least towers reveal you as well. Could you imagine you could just walk by towers and not get revealed?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I imagine there was a stage where that was the case when they would test it internally. I have this. Whoa. Did I say testing? Do they do testing internally anymore?
No comment. Look at this, by the way, from the Maybe Next Time Enigma. That's a Midas before boots.
It is, but look at his laning partner, Kezu, just looking to tank everything. I think that's
sure, why not?
That's in the same part as well of Drunken Brawler. You saw Nyx trying to line up a stun, but because of the variable movement speed, he never knows exactly where Kezu's going to move.
Oh, man.
And yes, just Mage doing Mage things right now.
Just styling. Like, I thought it would kind of all boil down to the Rubik, and at this point, if he continues playing like this, I don't know what Final Cut can do. Because the other thing is Vega's going to have 4 cores.
It's true. And I like the fact he's held on the dive the whole time. It's basically a Blink Dagger. It's an oddly functioning Blink Dagger, but it is. Error. Oh, Hawk comes in. He says, surprise, where you go? Dive will cooldown means you're dead. And actually, on the back foot, they actually drop Ignis as well. Jesse distracted here. PA's arrived as well. Madara being away. Oh, they get him. The Vendetta's on point. Mage goes down 461 gold to Frost. And Pexu might be joining him. He's going to try and run. This is a fast old man on the back foot. Madara has been spotted, but they can't keep sight of him as he sneaks onto the high ground and hides in the trees. And Pexu's still running. Pexu's still going. They can't actually find him. Kezu's going to arrive, and Hanskin suddenly backs away.
Oh, man. I mean, Hanskin got himself to level 6 there just in time. That was crazy. Oh. And the XP bonus from kill streaks now means that Hanskin is almost level 7 after getting the kill on Mage.
Gotta be feeling pretty good. We were concerned, so concerned about Nyx, and he was looking like he was going to be out of this game at this rate, but gets exactly what he needs at just the right moment to start getting back in this.
That's just-in-time delivery for sure. But Vega, most likely, are they going to commit to this tier 1 tower push?
They are
they
pretty
know about where
entrenched.
TFT are. I think they feel pretty safe. They got Black Hole up too.
They want Pexu though. Hansen's going to come out. Can he get it this time? They're trying to move across. Chessie with the avalanche. Pexu's going to go down, but tower does fall.
Okay. Yeah, they got what they wanted, so MNT is not going to commit.
He'll be happy with that. I mean, it's an effective trade. You lose your call, but you get that tier 1 tower. You start to open this jungle up a little bit more. And you leave a Lumen threat because this Enigma will just start pushing on his own if you ignore him.
Yeah, and apart from Mage, who's looked individually very flashy, you can tell that this is an elimination game. Both these teams playing much more methodically than what we saw in games 1 and 2. I mean, this is a time in games 1 and 2 where we were seeing like 3 and 4 towers down already.
Smoke coming out. Mage wants to go find someone to kill. He has just got the Empower. And remember, this hero gets a damage talent, so he hits pretty hard at this stage.
Yeah, it's a good call. Just in time, plus 60 damage at level 10.
Oh no! Mage, he reveals the blink. He can't get anything with it though.
It's alright.
We got a little
his most important thing is just keeping the pressure on right now.
Yeah, but he has to be careful because Nick's now having Vendetta, as you see him use it. That's always got to be in the back of his mind when he tries to make these ballsy plays now.
Yeah. And remember, you know, most people probably know this by now, but remember the duration increase on Vendetta as of a couple patches ago. He's much more effective just as scouting in his level 1.
Indeed. Mage. Speaking of him, double stun coming out. Oh no. He steals the tree toss. Rubik wasn't looking for that. And now they'll just back away. He's too tanky. But guess what? Madara wants to party. Can he find anyone is the question. Yes, he has been slowed, but he's a little bit too tanky. They won't be able to find anything from this.
Yeah, the double stun looks crazy, but remember that due to the rework on Avalanche, you know, double stun into Avalanche follow-up is no longer a hard lockdown.
Absolutely, and, well, Rubik, he didn't really steal what he was looking for. He's at least got the tree grab now, so he can push a wave or two easily. But there you go. Now he's got the Impale. Now he can go hunting.
Oh, yeah. Now, okay. All right.
They're already top as well.
Mage. It's time to show it, baby. They could honestly just crush this fight. Yeah, I think TFT knows it. They know he just got to Impale. They need to be super careful here. They need to try to get a trade. So you can see Chessie try to push bottom.
It's super frustrating as a Nyx in this type of game as well, because what else you can give him to steal? You don't want to give him Vendetta. Spike Carapace is, I think, better than Impale in these scenarios because the way that you can use it against them with daggers and with the burns.
Magus has an Invisor.
Yeah, but they have a sentry. They know. They're actually pinging him already.
Ooh.
I think they got a glimpse on him.
If he doesn't realize.
I don't think he does. Frost is going to go in as well. Oh, with Impale in the back, but Pexu's down. Mage's going to try to go for the lift. There's the Haunt coming through. They don't see a target, though. They'll find him on hands from Pat. But now trapped here, the RP. Egg connects on the 2, pulls them in even deeper. They're going to go down both the Spectre and the Brew. Just disappear at the blink of an eye. And that is a bot for the rest. Mage is going to be found in the tree line here, and he's going to go down as well. Triple kill for Chessie. And this Tiny, oh, he is very much in this game because that's going to be a blink dagger.
I feel like they baited themselves there a little bit. Did Vega? They had vision of the Magnus and got a little bit overconfident. That's just it's a horribly dangerous area of the map for Radiant to fight. I mean, even if you do get that combo off and damage, they can just go pop Shrine.
Problems will start to arise because you do not want to give this TFT lineup a lead. Because look at PA right now. 8K. Frost is caught up after a rough laning phase. And he comes online much quicker than Madara does. And Rubik goes offline before a PA does.
Super careful here.
They find him. Blink, Avalanche in, the dagger through, and they'll just wipe him out.
Yeah.
Oh, TP in. This is ballsy.
They want to what?
Mage blinks back, goes to the steal. He gets the power. Can he do enough here? Skewer back. He says, come with me, Pexu. They actually do have the Ignis available. They want Fred on the Will-O-Wisp. Yes, they do. That's going to drag them in. Mage chasing forward once Hansen fan is getting low himself. And Chessie being dragged even further in towards the Will-O-Wisp as Kesmo stays on top of him. Going to get him down to half HP on the back foot. They do drop the Magnus. Now the split coming out. Chessie, he can't blink away. They're going to keep right on top of him, keep hitting onto him. Avalanche coming out. But now he's surrounded. They don't need the hole. This is an easy cleanup because no one is coming to help him.
But there's no way that anybody on TFT can contest with that black hole up, and that's huge. That was a pretty aggressive move by Chessie to commit himself. I thought it was going to work out there for a minute, but yeah, the Coddle ult and knowing that black hole was still up, there was just only so much that TFT could do.
And TFT, they actually have a slim window to really start taking the lead here because the other thing to highlight in this game is we talked early on about maybe next time slowly turn himself into core with the Midas. Let's not forget, at level 15, you get a gold talent as well. Which, in this type of game, I'd say there's an argument for taking.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, you know, to begin with, just the lineups, but both teams are playing so methodically. And, I mean, he's already second most farmed hero on his team. You know, he is absolutely going to be a fourth core. You know, the question is, you do have to start thinking about how you're going to feed resources to the Spectre. Because this is where her item progression is going to become super significant, and she's not a flash farm hero.
That is the crux. I mean, you can steal the Empower occasionally, but Rubik's not going to run back to try and help you. Rubik is too busy in this mid game trying to keep you in this and get you ahead. Things come out. They know what TFT is up to when they take out that tier 1.
We know what's going on here.
No split available either, so this is problematic for the side of Vega. They've got the black hole though, which is the big ultimate for stopping a rush.
Yeah, I thought they might be a little bit more aggressive with that smoke play there. They only got 2 heroes in it.
Maybe next time can Blink initiate from pretty far though.
You need to...
He's a brave boy. Look at this. They stick down a sentry straight away. They say, I dare you.
Yeah,
look how close
they know what's coming. And Hanskin needs to be careful because he could bait his team right here. You let him get in, right?
Mm-hmm. You just bait him far enough. You get him to about here. He can't escape.
Oh, yeah. And okay, and yeah, look at this. TFT is like, no, you know what? You might get a pick off there, but we're not going to get baited into a team fight on top of the Radiant Shrine. That would be guaranteed Roche.
Exactly, and I think the advantage you do have to give Vega to an extent is they don't have to lurk around this Roche pit with their Spectre. Of course, you got the global presence with the Horn. Whereas for the side TFT, they have to keep everyone nearby. They've stuck the Magnus bot in the meantime, which he'll have a TP at the ready all times.
And you've also got it. It's not as bad because you've got the black hole in your back pocket here, but you're going to have to take a fight against PA after she gets Deso BKB. That's what it's looking like in terms of the timing window of the next big fight. When PA gets to her BKB, they're just going to go straight into, which is just another couple hundred gold. I think they're going to go straight in for the Roshan pit, and I think it's hard. I think this is a really good play. You try and pressure before that happens.
Madara, they found him. The haste brings them in time. They scouted him out with the ward that just expired in the jungle, but in the meantime, they find a pick off on the Phoenix.
Yeah, they were trying to run their own play top, and they thought they were going to get a big pick off in the dire jungle, possibly even get that PA before she gets her BKB online, but they end up giving up the higher value target.
And that all came down to Madara. He read correctly that something was up. He moved pretty far back, but he did not expect them to go that deep for him. They said it's an Nyx, of course. His job is just to hunt you. Like, if he can't find the Rubik, which, in fairness, he can't because Rubik is always 2+, then Spectre's the target.
Well, it's a hard read to make as a carry player because you know that your team is out creating space. You expect them to be you know that the other team has a big item timing coming. You expect them to be thinking about defending the PA, not necessarily going on you.
That the ballsy play pays off, but no one wants to approach that Roche bit because of that Phoenix pickoff. It weakened TFT's defenses around it.
You've really you're in a tough position because this BKB Deso PA is a problem. You've got to catch her with Hole.
You absolutely have to, especially considering how close she is to level 18. That level 3 coup de grace is a noticeable increase in damage.
Yeah, that's the other thing is when you talk about the power spikes, you talk about level 18 and 20 between the level 3 coup de grace and then the triple dagger. That's a big spike in PA's damage output in these fights.
Nyx, can he snipe the core yet? No, they look the wrong way. Sentry comes down though. They've at least found Hanskin. Yeah. They should be able to bring him down pretty damn easily. Spike Carapace buys him about 1 extra second. With that, they actually are going to lose their team on top of this, right? There you go. Glyph comes out. It's out of deny range. They'll finally go up and deal with it. Can they go into Roche off the back of that, though? There's too much threat, surely.
Yeah, and I don't think you do it quite fast enough, right? You're just not set up for the only physical damage hero you have on your team is a Spectre, and she's just not that farmed. I mean, Enigma is going to have a BKB of his own.
That's true. But the problem that he's always got is if he commits this black hole, there's going to be an RP that can drag you out of it and ruin your day. Yeah. No committer.
And even if it doesn't, right? You got the Magnus to worry about, and you got the PA to worry about because if you don't catch her in hole, She doesn't need to CC you. She just kills you.
And that's why TFT are playing fairly free here, because they know it's all about the PA. The rest of them don't have to worry, because if their opponents commit onto them, who the hell's controlling the PA?
Right. Spectre's got Manta, but it's really the diffusal that he needs. It's really that one next item that he needs before he's going to feel confident in these fights. I just don't know that the Enigma BKB is quite enough.
See you later, Mage.
Yeah.
It started to happen. The power peak is passing, and look at this, straight into the pit.
That's the weakness of Rubik Core, right? Is that it just stays squishy. There's such a... To be productive as Rubik Core, you need to keep getting those pickoffs. And man, oh man, you're gonna give PA a god.
And this was a slow Roche actually. He didn't get that many crits.
Well, he didn't need to. I mean, it's a slow Roche largely because he's the only person in the pit.
Now they will go on the hunt looking for more. Vendetta has been used. Blur has been used. Just gonna sneak past any pesky wards that might be down. But Frost can't find anything. They've already backed very far up and smoked themselves on the side of Vega. They know how close this game is to just getting out of control. They can't give up anything at this stage. Jesus pretty far up, actually. And they might know something's up. Look at the way they're moving. Jesus should just get out right now.
He just blinked, too.
Yeah, this is super risky. I mean, they got some sentries down, but he's assuming they don't have wards around here because of how aggressive they've been playing, which he is correct.
Yes, exactly. He believes that the wards are on the opposing side of the map, which they're not even there.
They don't feel they need it. They've just got this walk and ward. Just sneak in with the blur. By the time they see you, you're already dead.
Yeah, you always need it though. And that's a little... Both teams... I thought the division game has been really good, especially for Vega.
Almost definitely. It's the advantage they've got, and it's the advantage they've been keeping so far, because TFT, they're just trying to get themselves closer and closer to this justified death pool. They are there. PA has the clear signs if she wants it as well.
Yeah, but Hanskin is kind of all the way down in the bottom lane. I mean, he's getting information, but I mean, you know what's going on here.
Yeah, Madara's going to finish this up. They're all TPing back to base. Look at this, TP in. Madara, he can't horn out of this. Oh, no, they missed the Impale. He can do whatever he wants now. Jesse, oh yes, it's wrong with the blink. He'll know now, but it's too late. There'll be a TP away by Madara, and it'll be successful.
Wow. And Hanskin invested a ton of time.
Not only that.
That does disrupt the base push, though. I was wondering whether, knowing that you have BKB Aegis on PA, whether they were going to go ahead and commit to that high ground push.
That's the thing. It forced you to back off. You didn't have the strength behind the lineup in numbers anymore. Even with that Aegis, it's too risky.
All right. And Enigma with the BKB. This game is increasingly become... We talked about Mage in the early game, but this game is increasingly becoming on M&T's shoulders, and he's used to that. You saw what this guy can do at the Boston Major. He was close to setting an all-time assist per minute record at a Valve event at that particular tournament.
Absolutely, and it goes to show how important this black hole is, because it's barely been committed this game, and even though TFT have been taking favorable fights, it's forced them to be very reluctant, be very careful about how they approach things. Which with a PA lineup, usually you just snowball. You get one, you get another, and another, and you keep going.
That's just, it's just partly the game that we're in, though. Yeah, I think it's... Look at this. I mean, this is... The way the games 1 and 2 went, one of the two teams would have committed to that fight right there. Either Vega initiating the in to contest the tier 2, but both teams are backing off. Oh, no. Oh, no,
he's still alive, but it won't matter. No! The timing on the Will-O-Wisp is not good enough. Frost with the BKB moves forward, and Pexu just disappears. Now they will go for the base. But are they going to create pushing in? Yes, they have in the mid.
Oh, yeah. Now Rubik has buyback, and Coddle should hopefully be back. But that ult's going to be down.
Yeah, no Ignis for a long time. Will-O-Wisp, 100 seconds till it's up again. And Spectre is just split pushing, ready to haunt back. We'll be able to get the tier 2. Can they afford to give it up at this stage, this whole lane? The problem is you can't get a good black hole. Your Handsome fan, his positioning is perfect through this entire push.
I really like how TFT have been positioning in these fights. Basically making sure that if you're doing it around the PA right now, after the Aegis fades, you're going to see them make that adjustment. They'll probably dangle a Tiny.
Yeah, they're going to go for the Shrine. Easily take this out in prep for when Roche once again arrives.
Just methodical.
A lot of patience shown. A lot of teams at the moment would have committed hard, but as you said, 1 for 1, and if you lose this, you're out. You can see the restraint coming into effect inside TFT, and that discipline is important here.
Yeah, this is where I need my layer, because I've lost track of exactly how much time is remaining on this Aegis, and that's relevant.
They've got, like, not even a minute. No, it's almost gone.
It should be gone here. But it's also a good time to think about trying to set up a pickoff play. That's really hard to do. Hanskin is doing a good job now, being in the right places to provide scouting information.
Well,
Spectre Hazard Diffusal.
I'm gonna give you a tip so you don't need layup in the future. If you look at the bottom left, the Roshan may respawn in will allow you to work out.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Oh, see, this is why you don't do much casting. And you forget about these little things.
I've been spoiled. There you go, reclaim.
Okay.
I've been spoiled though, because when I've been in the studios, they've got their own sort of things for like Roche, who has it, Smokes, who's in a smoke. You have to look for him yourself. All right, we're going discount here. Online casting, boys.
Here.
Jesse,
again,
with the
Aegis gone.
Oh my god, he's going in deep. He wants to get rid of Pexy straight with a toss through. He can get him. They will get to steal the Avalanche. Looking to turn around the kill, but the dagger's arriving and Frost with it. The BK beaming used. Kezi will go for the split, and now where do you go? Oh, P connects on the 2. They'll wipe through them. Enigma's gone, and then we'll lose Mage as well. The buyback comes out. Mage, no, he's still alive. They're going to keep him up. He lives. And that will stop them straight in their tracks. They're happy with the Enigma buyback. They don't want to push in against the Black Hole plus the Rubik. Yeah,
and I was just about to make the point that with the Aegis having faded, they're then going to position around the Tiny. He's going to be the one that they dangle in the team fights. Now, Chessie got a little bit, I think, too far out there. I think the response from TFT could have been even more devastating there around the PA, but they got what they wanted.
Now, there is a big difference here. They have to be careful. I don't advise pushing in here when you consider they have the Black Hole. You do not have the RP. It's going to be risky. Avalanche getting Frost down to half HP. They're going to move in. There's the Black Hole with the BKB. Nothing to stop next time, and they are going to lose the PA for 80 seconds. That was a greedy, huge mistake from TFT.
It absolutely was, because it creates a situation where literally all you need to do is get the PA in the Black Hole.
Oh, Kezu! He jumps in front of the skewer. Your Hansen fan being ran down. The dust will run out soon. He says, get over here, guys. The dust is running out. The dagger will keep sight. To slow him down, they push him back. Another dust reveal, and see you later, Magnus. He's gonna fall. On the other side, though, Mage, he gets caught out by the supports. Greed as greed from TFT, and then greed from Vega trying to split up and look for additional kills.
Yeah, this Rubik just it looked so good in the early game, and that's what's often going to happen in this hero. But it's just so hard to keep up and farm. I mean, look, he's already fallen down behind the Magnus.
It's very situational in that regards. Like, if there's certain heroes in the game, you can keep farming. The perfect example is if an Unlords in the game. Even as a support Rubik, you get so much money. Getting money in the meantime. Chessie found Pexu again. He actually pinged. He's like, he's got wards up here. No, he saw the Illuminate. And he knew what you were up to.
Veteran player's awareness there.
Chessie just being more or less handled a freebie in these scenarios. As Cottle is just desperately trying to keep lanes pushed out. And, well, if you look at his net worth, find some goddamn gold.
Also got to be said that the timing of that pickoff really hurts Mage. He was pretty close to his Ags there.
Was indeed. Well, now he can't get it. He's going to want to keep a buyback at all times, I think, as well. Like, we saw how crucial it was that TFT didn't go to high ground because they didn't kill Mage in that fight. Pop. It really shows how much this Rubik can still contribute after the first layer of engagement.
Yeah, and look at this Sanjin Yasha too on the PA. I'm thinking more and more. I was very down on this item initially, but I'm thinking more and more in this patch that SNY is going to be like a stealth value item just because of the tempo that these games are going at. Like, just so often when you're a PA and you're snowballing like this, SNY with the move speed and the status resistance is going to be that little bump that you need to put you over the top of these fights.
Well, it really builds up layer as well, because eventually you get your hands on a Satanic and you're almost at 50% status resistance.
Exactly.
If you feel like you can end quicker, I'd say Kaya might be worthwhile. I still need to actually test the amplification, but it should theoretically up the crit damage on the daggers. But it might be negligible returns, actually. So, Sanjin Yash, definitely the superior. Wow. Vega far outside their base, looking for one pick-off. They might find Hanskin. He's walking under reward here. Mage goes in. The lift back's going to be the Illuminate being charged up. The Fade Bolt. Done for a long time here. Dust reveal into them. Hanskin a little bit too tanky in his team. Very quick to get in position in case they pursue any further.
Oh man, and that's a body blow if you're Vega. I mean, you're catching a support Nyx Assassin out with multiple heroes, including your big core Rubik, and he walks away on 50% HP. That just it just makes you feel so desperate about your position in the game.
I'm actually concerned about this level disparity still.
Yes.
It's increasing. And PA will be first to level 25 by a decent amount at this rate. And coup de grace plus 5%. Yeah, don't worry about praying to the gods. You have a pretty good chance of just obliterating someone on that stage.
Well, and you're going to have the utility talents coming out from the other heroes, including the Magnus. Magnus and Tiny are both about to hit their level 20. You got to start thinking about the Tiny level 25 talent too. Especially the Magnus one with the Empower. Just, oh god. And this is a smoke play, but you're just so there's so much burden to execute right now on the side of Vega.
Almost died there.
Golly.
Turns out the daggers target you through smoke.
Yep.
The indirect ones, of course, you can't target the person smoke, but yeah, that's I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, I mean, Mage is just like, yipe, yipe, heading back to base with his tail between his legs. What are you supposed to do? I mean, your typical long-range smoke detection is on a 3.5-minute cooldown. That's on a 6-second. If you get one shot there, do you just rage quit? I mean, good God. Oh, and Enigma Ags, too. This wasn't like... Yeah. I mean, I don't think you rage quit. You just play with your keyboard in 2 pieces where you broke it. Oh, yeah, Enigma, Ags, as you said, going for the Refresher next. Everything is standard for him. He knows what he needs. I like that because it gives you the initial damage output, which is something that you're worried about filling with your Rubik having fallen behind, but I thought that next item was going to be a Refresher because you really need the control. Enigma, is he going to be quick enough? Maybe next time. Does he want to go on this? They're doing the roast right now, and they know. They're taking too long, though. No, they wait. And now the split's going to come out way too late. Aegis and Cheese picked up by Frost. BKB out. And I'll see you later, Kezu. He's gone. Yeah. The hesitation from Vega may have just cost them dearly here. The toss follow-up is going to get the kill in the Cottle. And they're going to go straight for your base. The pings come out. If they find maybe next time here, he doesn't have buyback. Skewer back. He has no escape from this either. Stunned up. He won't even get a chance to the black hole. The buyback from Kezu will achieve nothing. And now, you are bent over the barrel. You're in trouble. Yeah, Enigma dies with Black Hole up and with no buyback. And this is going to be at least one laner axe. I don't think it's going to be one. This could be everything. Enigma gone for 60 seconds. Look how quickly they just bump through these buildings. And look at the top creep wave pushing in. Double cart. Yeah, that's the big problem, right? I think they have enough wave clear to deal with the one in mid, but the double cart wave on top. Yeah, look at the ping coming out from MNT. Still 40 seconds till Enigma is up, and you need him. How do you hold this without him? How do you kill PA once, let alone twice without him? Especially with BKB coming off cooldown. No, you don't. TFT will be feeling completely in control right now. Do they go end, or do they reluctantly back off is the question. They're going to go. They say, why wait? Second life, you can't black hole us twice because you don't have a Refresher. You already bought out on that axe. Dara going to move forward. Jesse. BKB. Avalanche wants to go to Mage. Instead, they jump straight on top. Yule's going to come out though. Frost waiting when he comes down. Or he's the Phantom Strike. But can he get him? Mage, no. He gets away just in time with the Phantom Strike on the back foot. But Dara just chasing the rest of them out of the base. And Frost will retreat. The blur, not dodging enough. Dust reveal as well. Phantom Strike away. On the high ground, do you really want to pursue here? Madara needs to be careful. Gets bashed. They could turn around. They're still with the RP as well. There's the Abyssal coming out. One crit will do it. And there it is. They get rid of the Spectre. The Avalanche toss on the backline. Finds going to call again. The BKB from maybe next time. Just in time to stay alive. The Horn being used to move forward. Maybe next time. No! He goes down again. Oh, again, and no black hole used. And no buyback. This is condemning. They still have the RP on the side of TFT as well. Your Handsome Fan moving in. The Cyclone comes out. Stun's going to be on Madara. They're down to half HP. They jump in. They find him. They get him. He's all but gone. And so will Mage is looking over. GG comes out as Vega. Mistakes made, maybe next time, so crucial in controlling the tempo in that mid game, but he could never find a good black hole.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be said it's hard because the mid Rubik, just as good as it looked early on, it fell off. There was so much left on M&T's shoulders, and it becomes, yeah, the one time that the black hole felt huge was when they knew RP was down and TFT decided to push high ground anyway. But other than that, it's either the Magnus is going to pull you out or the PA is just going to kill you. Your BKB doesn't matter. You know, I'm so happy for Final Tribe because these are guys I know personally. You know, Coach Simon, this is a team that's been together for a long time, and we've been waiting for them to take that step forward. And maybe the era moving back to Campton and Chessie coming in at the mid was the impetus they needed. But I feel so bad for Vega. I think this team has real talent, and this is just a brutal region. And this is going to be the second straight qualifier where they get eliminated pretty early.
It is indeed. As a result of that, it looks like, if I'm getting the schedule right, it should be TFT going up against Secret next, actually.
Well, that's a tall order. That's that first playoff series, and as happy as you are to have earned your way into the playoff spot. Liquid, by virtue of their win yesterday, we said are going to dodge Secret in that first round playoff matchup. Now the playoffs are full double elim, so even if you lose to Secret, you are going to get another shot. But that's pretty tough.
Well, the good news is, I mean, it's bad news for Final Tribes. The good news for us is we get to cast that. We're going to go for a 30-minute break, and then we will be back with Team Secret versus the Final Tribe. That is something you most definitely don't want to miss, because the Final Tribe, I mean, they've eliminated, well, not eliminated now in play, but they kicked their ass 2-1. Vega were the ones who eliminated them. Vega just got eliminated by TFT. It's a tall order to go for Secret, but even if they could take one game away, that's got to be inspiring for TFT. I mean, we're talking as if it's already over. Secret are definitely the favorites here, right? No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I think Secret would be, despite the loss to VP in one series, I think Secret are game in, game out playing the best Dota in the world right now. But as Final Tribe team, you just have to like the trajectory, right? And those games, at least the first game against Liquid yesterday, was quite competitive. So I think this is a team that they have enough new ideas that they're showing in this patch. If they get the right draft, they can give Secret a game.
Especially when you consider how this qualifier has already brought upsets. I'm not talking about the SA drama. I'm talking about what happened in CIS Dota just the other day when no Pangolin plowed their way for everyone. Now,
yeah, and this could easily, this EU region again, the talent level there I think is a level above, but that works in both directions. People talk about the top teams all the time, but I think these two teams are I think better than any of the other regions if you look at the teams that are playing for second and third in the groups.
That is going to be the question. Can TFT take a series from Secret? It's a tall order, but we'll be back in half an hour to find out exactly that, guys. So make sure you're back here. You don't want to miss it.